What's up, guys, and welcome back to Sunday Sit Down, brought to you by iBuyPower. I know this one's a little different. We are both home right now, GarrettG and myself. It was hard to get a hold of people and travel during the holidays, but we didn't want to end Sunday Sit Downs, and we didn't want to put a stop to it. So this is the Sunday Sit Downs Home for the Holiday edition with the world champion of Rocket League, GarrettG. What's good, Garrett?
Nothing much. Just getting over sickness, obviously. Like we talked about before. I was pretty sick for the past couple of days, but pretty good now. So.
Did you pick it up in Spain or what?
I don't know. I don't know if you want to go into it, but let's just say our food was old, and I didn't think the creamer was going to be old to my coffee, and I think that's what made me sick for the day and a half that I was sick. So I think it was that, man. But I'm not sure. A lot of people from the event are sick. So.
Were you jacked up on coffee the whole time, just trying to keep the energy up?
I wouldn't say jacked up, but I definitely have like one or two coffees a day, and I was just having like 2 a day at Worlds. So
how's it feel? Like, what is the general feeling like? I think it's been a few days, 4 or 5 days after winning the Worlds. Has it sunk in yet?
No, I don't. I thought it would by now, but I don't think it ever will, because it feels like something that never happened. Because obviously it was such a quick moment. And like compared to everything else. So honestly, I don't think it'll ever set in.
Who hit you up? I'm imagine your phone was blowing up during the entire time. Like as soon as that game winner went in, I'm sure you're getting text message Discords. I sent you a Discord. I sent you all guys a Discord. Was there any old teammates who reached out? Like what were people saying?
Yeah, everyone. I mean, obviously Fireburner, Moses from way back, and he's our sub. So I think I'm not sure if I don't know if Jacob said something. I think he did. Obviously, my old teammate Turtle is a caster, so he was there in person. But yeah, my phone I had to mute like almost everything because my phone was absolutely crazy. I still have a couple of family members who are kind of mad I haven't replied, but I just didn't even see their message because there's so much going on. So
you get any like old high school friends or like people you haven't talked to?
Yeah, oh yeah. Some people I haven't talked to in like years kind of messaging me like, holy crap. And then I'm getting people on Twitter be like, oh my God, I can't believe I went to GarrettG school. We need to go to, get some food. I just saw that one of those today. I thought that was funny. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
A bunch of girls that used to brush you off and now they're all hitting you up.
Yeah, I guess.
Cool, man. Well, I wanted to send you a tweet. I just sent it over to you on Discord. And I think it's the main storyline that's been surrounding you. So do you want to read that tweet and then maybe just give some backstory on what that was about and what this Worlds mean to you? Because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people watching this who are new to NRG and want to get to know you and the story and just the history of NRG Rocket League.
Yeah, okay. I've actually gotten a lot of flack for this tweet in the past, people memeing me and stuff like that, but it was, regardless of what I do, I'm not going to stop until I get to lift that trophy. And I remember season 4 was in Washington, D.C., and I remember the season before, it was me, Jacob, and Fireburner still, and we had just gotten 3rd, and we did, that was the best I'd ever done, easily, by far, and I was so motivated, and I was like, I'm going to win the next season. That's, that was the mindset going in, and we ended up getting last. So I was completely heartbroken. I literally remember where I tweeted from. I was in a stairwell in the venue, and I went to the very top and just sat there. I remember I was literally crying a little bit by myself. And I remember I was so upset, and I remember I tweeted that because I was so motivated to do better. I had just gotten last, and obviously it took a couple years, and I got memed a lot for it, but no one's really making fun of me now for it, so worked out.
That's crazy. You got memed a lot for it. So every time you fell short, they'd bring it up or something.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I've gotten second a few times at a couple tournaments and stuff like that, and people like to hate. So a lot of people would bring it up and stuff like that and say it was I'm never gonna win or whatever, and we won. So.
Hell yeah! Did you retweet it when you won?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think someone else actually told me. I think it was one of the casters was like, you better retweet that tweet now. So I did, and then it popped off even more.
That's awesome, man. I still couldn't believe it. I was at a Browns game because I like to make myself sad, and but I had you guys pulled up on my phone. Obviously, I'm still running social for it through Joey, and the entire time, everyone was getting pissed at me because I was just jinxing it. Like every time I was like, we need the championship graphic now. Like I need to see what it looks like. We're winning this. We're winning this. And then when I remember Justin like put the goal in and I'm up in the rafters and I was just like, no way. It was crazy, man.
That's sick.
It was crazy.
That's awesome.
But we will get back to all of that stuff in a little bit. What we want to do is some homework. I'm not sure if you've seen the Sunday sit-downs before. Well, you actually helped me with Sizz a little bit last time. So we did our homework. It's Sunday night. If you have never seen this show before, it's Sunday night, so we know a lot of people out there are doing their homework, getting their stuff done before work or school tomorrow morning. So we also did our homework on GarrettG. So the first thing I wanted to bring up was you are an NA champion, like you are the man when it comes to NA. But what was it like being raised by the EU TeamSpeak?
Oh my. I don't know. I'd like to say I was like an innocent little kid before I started talking to them. They corrupted my mind.
Can you explain what the EU TeamSpeak is, I guess, and what that's all about?
Yeah. So season 1, like I was unknown. Like I was just some random ranked player, and I played a ridiculous amount and got good within like a couple weeks of RLCS starting. And I remember after the first split, because back then there were splits like league. After the first split, I was invited into this TeamSpeak with a lot, who's still a pro today. He was on one of the top teams back then too. And Remco, who's on TSM now, and Greasy, and all these people. It was like a huge friend group. And I remember the first day I joined, a lot was super drunk. And he was like telling me he wanted to team with me, and that he was like, that I was like the best player in the world or something. You know, just like all these random things.
Way.
And like all these people were screaming at each other. But it was this TeamSpeak that I used to join every day with a couple NA players. I think it was Fireburner, Moses. I think Jacob joined a little bit back then. And then it was like the top EU players. It was like Maestro, who doesn't play anymore, Greasy, Remco. It was all these EU top players who we became pretty good friends with.
That's crazy. So you literally went from unknown, just grinding pubs, arenas, and then they pick you up on the scoreboards?
Yeah, I was all of a sudden in this like random TeamSpeak, and I joined every day, and we became like best friends.
Is that how everyone kind of got added to it? Just
random, kind of. It was just like they decided to invite me super random because we had picked up Moses, who was in the TeamSpeak at the time, and I think they invited me as a joke at first, like to play around with me, but then I ended up staying. So.
How old were you again when that all went down?
I had just turned 15, like a couple of months before that.
Okay,
I was
sweet.
Super young.
That's so wild, just getting invited into it, and I'm sure they all have different accents and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's crazy because back then, like you can still hear it sometimes, but I had a super southern accent. It was like way worse back then. And then I started talking to these EU guys every day, and then some of the words I would say would like start to sound like a European accent. There's like not a lot, obviously, but I would start saying these weird things, and my parents were like, "What'd you just say?" And I just started picking up stuff like that because I was like super. I don't know how to explain it, but like who I would talk to, I would start sounding like kind of. Yeah, I thought that was funny back then, especially.
That's funny. I have a clip from the EU TeamSpeak. I'm just gonna play it into the speaker right here. It's a little scuffed.
Oh no.
But I heard that. I also heard legends of your laugh.
Dude, my laugh is bad. My laugh is bad, and no one ever made me laugh as much as Greasy in that TeamSpeak. He is actually the funniest guy ever, and he'll make me laugh like that like all the time. But yeah, my laugh is really bad.
We have it right here.
Oh my god.
Which one are you?
I'm the one that's like the one who sounds like they can't breathe, pretty much. that one in the back. It's the one that sounds like a siren.
I laugh like that too. Actually, that's funny.
Dude, yeah.
The other thing that we wanted to bring up is, I wouldn't say you're like the most reserved guy ever, but when it comes to as soon as you hop in the shower, I heard you just turn into a rock star.
Oh God, who told you that?
Is that true?
Maybe, but who told you that? What? Like, what kind of fact is that?
We did our homework, bro. We just heard you like to sing and dance in the shower.
Dude, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not really one to, like, go dance or sing in the public, but once I'm in the shower, it's kind of like, I'm like, I imagine myself on America's Got Talent, you know what I mean? Like all these different scenarios. Yeah.
Everyone's hitting the button like boo boo boo. They're all taking
I'm gonna
pictures.
find out. I'm gonna find out who told you that and get mad at them for that.
So is Taylor Swift's a favorite then? That you like to
Cool.
sing? Is that true?
Cool. It used to be. I don't know. I used to like Taylor Swift a little bit. I used to tweet about her every now and then too.
I'm a Taylor Swift guy. I can't lie about that. She's got some bangers.
Nothing wrong with that, dude. What is that 22 song? I like that one.
Yeah, I like it. I like it too, man.
Yeah.
How old are you, by the way, right now?
I'm 18.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And your in-game driving skills are incredible, but outside of game, you got some issues with parallel parking.
Parallel parking, yeah. No, forget that. I'm not even doing it. I'll go park a mile down the street. I mean, my normal parking is also bad. If you saw Turbo's tweet, like, I'm so bad at driving and parking, to be honest. I'm not bad at driving, but parking is I'm so bad at it. Like, I'll park in the very back of the parking lot, just not to hit anybody, to be honest.
I'm the same way. Like 4 spaces next. I look for the one with like 4 spaces.
Oh, yeah.
No poles.
Mm-hmm. And it takes me like 3 tries to get it right, so.
Yeah, but I heard you failed your first driver's test. Or no, you didn't fail.
No.
You couldn't parallel park, but I
hit the cone, but then the guy told me that out of like the past 100 people, only one person passed it. So maybe that's the Georgia driving education letting everyone down, but that made me feel better. It was bad though. I like straight ran over the cone trying to parallel park.
I love it. And you got to get a haircut now, and you've known this, you've tweeted this out yourself. You used to have some serious Bieber hair back in the day.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was the guy like every 2 seconds I would go like, you know, like to keep it out of my eyes. So I remember before season 1, I cut it though because I knew I was gonna be made fun of for it. I got a haircut right before season 1.
Did you flip left or right?
Left.
Yeah.
Left. Even when I cut my hair, I remember season 1 land, I was sitting here doing this with short hair because like it was such a habit. I was just sitting here flicking my head randomly, which everyone made fun of me for. But I was glad I cut it before that land, before all the pictures were taken.
Yeah, and you got to keep it. I mean, you had to keep it for as long as you can because one day you might go bald, right?
No.
No.
I heard. Okay, no. My dad told me it skips a generation. So like my grandpa has a full head of hair, and he's like 70 something. So I'm hoping I'm not gonna, follow my dad's footsteps in that regard. I hope not.
There you go. You have a bald baby though.
True. Yeah, that's true.
And I heard you actually. This isn't even really like necessarily embarrassing or anything, but you actually had like a really big knack for school, and there was a while where you had perfect attendance, and I heard that you actually enjoyed school a lot.
Oh yeah, I didn't hate, but I disliked the social part. I just like to get good grades and go home and play video games. That's
crazy. That's like the opposite of a lot of people,
Yeah, I think my dad like pounded it in my head so early on that I would get emotional if I got like a B in a class. Like I would like tear up a little bit. I'd be so mad. I'd be furious.
Do you have perfectionist vibes like throughout your whole life?
Not in everything. No, I like pick and choose. Like I'm not like a dirty person, but like staying organized, not really.
Yeah.
But with some stuff, yeah. I think I like pick and choose certain things with that.
Did you have to clean the room up before you turned on the
No, it's not that bad. No, but like I haven't folded my clothes that I cleaned, stuff like that. Like I'm not like super like ADHD about that, if that's the word. No,
yeah.
What's the word? The cleaning.
OCD.
Word. OCD. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, cool, man. You have a favorite subject? Are you good at math since you're able to take those angles in Rocket League?
Yeah, math. Yeah, math is my favorite by far. I couldn't stand like English, like literature and stuff like that.
So subjective.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I couldn't stand multiple answers being right. So.
Sweet, man. Well, I want to get back to the Rocket League game, and I just kind of want to go through step by step. So I'll kind of prompt you with, hey, it's this part of the game, and then you just kind of let me know this is what's going through my head. Do you feel like you have the type of sports memory where you remember every play and you can remember it vividly?
For the most part, like memorable stuff, yeah. Like I could probably remember most games from Worlds, but during the moment, no. Like if you ask me what happened a game ago while I'm in the series, I won't like remember very much.
But then it all comes back.
Yeah, it comes back to me.
Cool. All right, so pre-game, you're coming in, and What is the energy like? Like you walk out onto the stage, they get announced, you get announced. What's the feeling?
I was hyped. I was like, honestly, in my head, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna take this like second chance to win for granted because I've been in the finals once before and got one goal away from winning. I was just like super hyped. I was super confident, and the crowd was like super lit. And of course we had Sizz, so like confidence was up there because he's just hyping us up the whole time. So I was like ready to play. There was no fear at all.
And you took a shot at Sizz after game one when you were like in the interview. You said, "I don't know why everyone's rooting for Sizz. He's just back there looking pretty."
No, he said that too. Everyone was like chanting Sizz after we won, and he was just he didn't even have a headset. Day one, they even have headsets, so it's not like he was even coaching us. And everyone was like chanting Sizz. I wasn't mad about it. I just thought it was funny because he just kind of stood there and got the credit. It was funny.
I had posted about Sizz during the game, and then you like did that interview, and I was like, "Oh God, I gotta show GarrettG some love, man." I was like freaking out.
That's funny.
All right, so I think this is a big moment because you guys come into the game and you score first. So how did that feel, like getting the first goal in, you go up 1-0? How is that for everyone's mentality?
I think just winning the first game in general was like super good. Honestly, after the first game, I think we won 4-1 or something like that. I was like, this is gonna be an easy series. And I think Turbo said that too. We thought we were big chilling. Like it was gonna be like a 4-1, 4-0. But obviously, like getting the first game was like a huge relief, especially with the first goal in any game.
Yeah.
Because then you just have the confidence to play more, like more aggressive and more confident, I guess. So it definitely helps.
And then you go down game 2 and it goes back to 1-1. So you go from big chillin' and then what's the mentality?
Honestly, I don't try to think too much into it. It's just like one game at a time. So like just keep going. If you mess up, which I can't remember if anyone like messed up in particular, but you just kind of look past it and keep going. I think especially in that series we were talking to each other a lot because I remember we were like telling each other we weren't even playing good. Like our communication was so bad in the beginning. I don't know if it was nerves or just whatever. But I remember communication and like the way we were playing was super bad at first. So I remember we were talking a lot compared to earlier series in between games.
What do you mean by the communication was bad? Like you just weren't talking enough, or you weren't communicating the right things?
Like, okay, so in Rocket League, you're so tunnel visioned that you have to tell each other what to do most of the time. So it's like not just I got it. It's like you go next, you rotate back. Like you tell each other what to do. Like there's no like one in-game leader deciding every move. It's like you have to tell each other what to do the entire time. And we were just kind of like coming for ourselves and not really like playing as a team, if that makes sense. So that's what we like reiterating in between each game for sure.
Yeah, so game 3 is just an absolute dogfight. You put in a few goals that game. I remember, I think they got up early. They went up 2 goals into game 3, and then you put one in, and then you end up going down 1-2, but it was just like a dogfight. Was there any moment when you thought, okay, the wheels are coming off here, or what are we doing? Like, or you started to get frustrated?
It's a little scary. Like, you go down 1-2 because, you have to claw your way back. Honestly, though, for some reason, like at this lane in particular, I was not nervous the entire time. Like, I feel like at every RLCS, I get a little bit nervous. But I was just like, I don't know if it was having Turbo or having Sizz or whatever, but I was just like obnoxiously confident, to be honest, like in game. Like I was like super confident in myself the entire time, and I was like literally, I remember saying like we're gonna win this. Like it doesn't matter. I just looking forward to the next one.
Where do you think it came from? You have any idea? The confidence?
Honestly, it's the weirdest thing, but like throughout like the past couple of years, like if I have a problem, like a personal problem, like I'll just start telling myself to ignore it. Or like, if I'm being sad, like sometimes I'll just be like, stop being dumb. Like just focus. And this season in particular, I was like super mad at myself for not being confident. So I just started faking my confidence in the beginning of the season. And then by the time I got to Worlds, I just like randomly was just super confident. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like if anyone else can use that, but I was just like I was like faking my confidence for a while, and then I turned it into real confidence, if that makes sense. So I
think that's totally a real thing.
Yeah.
I took a sports psychology class back in the day, and there was a lot of stuff where one of the things was called stop think, and a lot of sports psychologists train their athletes to do, it's a method called stop think, and you just literally, as soon as you start thinking bad thoughts or this isn't going to go well, you just force yourself to clear your head. And you just don't think about anything anymore. You quit thinking.
I've done that so much in the past for like, oh, we're going to lose now. You know, like it's just like I was just getting frustrated at myself for like being so bad mentally in the past. So I guess I had enough of it. I just became, a confident player.
How much of this game is mental?
Like 99%. I think it's especially mental compared to other games because I feel like in like CS or like even COD, like everything, like there's more, different maps, you have different strats, different rotations, whatever. Rocket League is the same game every 5 minutes. Every single time you load into a new game, it's the same game mode, same map, everything. So like, honestly, that's why Sizz was like the best pickup ever for a coach because just like the vibe is so important for matches in Rocket League. Because he just keeps the mental up so well. And so does Turbo because he's EU cockiness, confidence, whatever.
Right.
Like it spreads. So I'd say like almost everything is mental.
The vibe was really good around NRG. Just watching you guys on broadcast and watching you guys coming out and the fans and the cheering and the chat, it really I was just really impressed. It felt like we were pulled in a huge audience there. It was like your time. And the movie posters, bro.
We had to convince Justin to post his because Justin, but those movie posters were sick. I liked them a lot. Those were cool.
If you guys don't know, we made like a bunch of these movie posters for Justin and Sizz and Garrett, so you guys will have to check them out. All right, so let's get back to the game. Game 4. I'm interested in this. Scrubs was going for a lot of demos, or maybe he wasn't going for it, but it was just happening. He just kept demoing everyone. Does that affect you guys at all mentally, or does that affect you guys in game at all? Is it like getting those big hits in a real sport where it takes down your confidence?
I wouldn't say it's like that, but the meta now is definitely like bumping and demoing. So I wouldn't say like confidence-wise it does anything, but it does like cause a lot of goals because people are so good at defense now and rotating that there's like barely any mistakes. So you have to like force an opening yourself, and Scrub's really good at doing that. Honestly, it just puts you in a state of like panic because you're playing so uniform and like good as a team, and as soon as you're demoed, it kind of disrupts that. And he was doing it a lot in the finals. It was really annoying, actually.
It's not like hockey that we're one unnecessary demo and you just take the headsets off and throw down.
Nah, it's not like personal at all. Like everyone, it's not like that. No.
That'd be sick though.
Well, it'd be bad for whoever does it because they'd be banned.
Yeah. Okay, so that game you hit the overtime goal chip shot. Mm-hmm. How did that feel?
Really good. And it's funny we're talking about demos because Turbo literally demoed their defender in that to let me shoot that. That felt really good though. I was like super hyped. I was super confident, especially after that shot, because I think I beat Kate up to the ball and Scrub was like chilling midfield and I hit it over him too. I was like super relieved too because you go down 1-3 and you're struggling in a final. So it was good to be 2-2. It was like really relieving. It was a lot of relief, really, to score that.
And then so game 5 comes. You 1-0 them in game 5. You're up 3-2. You have a chance to finish it out here. Does anything in your mind change when you're up 3-2? Did you think this is where we're going to finish it?
I don't know. I had a feeling because, it was us versus Vitality. I think at this point, it's like a classic match. I was like, this is probably going to go to game 7. Like, I was confident we could win. But I was like, this is going to go to game 7. So I wasn't surprised, honestly, when they won that game. Because they're really strong mentally, too. Especially K-Dop. He's been to 6 straight grand finals. So I wasn't surprised when I went to game 7, honestly.
You had a really dirty back push shot in that game, though.
Oh, yeah. Game 6 is when I hit that shot. And then 0 seconds, I almost tied it up from a pass from Justin. And I think you can see me on camera, like, go like, oh, like I was so disappointed in myself because what happened was Justin passed, and then I remember, so like in Rocket League, right, you see people's name tags a lot, and I remember seeing K-Dop's name, or one of them, behind the ball, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to block him. And then they straight up missed when I was going for the shot. So I wasn't even going for the shot originally, and then I ended up missing because I thought I was blocking somebody. And I was so mad at that because that would have been super hype, if I got a 0 second goal to tie.
And then you hit that retweet on that thing.
Oh yeah.
And you're like F all the haters.
Yeah.
But it did come. In game 7, it's just a standoff. And this is what I remember watching, man. It's a standoff for like the first 2 minutes. Like no one is scoring. What are the comms like? Are you guys freaking out? Are you totally silent? Is it somewhere in between?
No, we were calming everything. Like our comms are so good. Even Sizz said that after, like he was getting goosebumps from our comms because our comms were like nuts. Like we were calming everything. Like we were telling each other what to do constantly. I remember like mid game, I was like, okay, let's slow it down. You know, like just important stuff like that, like changing the pace of the game. Our comms were like nuts. Like I don't think they could have been better at all. Like not even there was no room for improvement in that regard.
Yeah, we gotta get a hold of those. That'd be sick to post.
That would be sick.
The like a mic'd up. They do like Super Bowl mic'd ups, like usually 4 or 5 months afterwards. So maybe we can get our hands on them and post them. That'd be sweet. And then Justin gets a demo goal, right? And you go up 1-0. Are you like, this is game over? That's the last goal we're gonna score, or did you feel like did you know that they were gonna come back and tie it?
I wasn't thinking anything really. I was just like, keep going, because we were playing so good up to that point. Like we had so much pressure on offense. I was like, I think I said, Justin, you're insane, whatever. I was like hyping up Justin when he did that because he is insane, and just kept looking forward. And then unfortunately they scored with 20 seconds left or something like that. Yeah,
you turn to them because you guys are typically you're pretty straightforward. You're pretty locked in. There's only a few times when you like break away from the screen, and that 1-1 you turned immediately after they scored and you said something. Do you remember what you said, or do you remember that moment?
It's hard to remember exactly. I think I said something along the lines of like, we got this, like we're 100% we're gonna win, and like just keep going. Like I said, it doesn't matter, even though I was the one who got scored on. I was just trying to reassure that everyone was just still positive, because it sucks to get scored on 20 seconds left in game 7, but I wasn't even worried about it. Like obviously I was worried about it, but I was still super confident because it was such an unlucky goal. I mean, I had to dodge a demo, and then I got a bad 50-50 from Fairy Peak, and then Justin got dunked on the goal line, and then I remember Justin was super he was super mad he got dunked because I think he could have taken a better 50-50, but it's so impossible to do in that situation, and I'm pretty sure I was like turning to him, telling him it's okay, like it's fine, we got this, and I was just trying to hype up the squad.
Yeah, that's such a good mentality to have. And it was literally immediate. There was no bummed out. It was just they score, you're like, we're winning.
Yeah, no, the replay's so short, you can't waste time.
All right, so then it's the moment. You lay it up. Just walk me through that moment where you get the ball, the pass to the score. What are the comms like?
Once again, the comms were, cracked, as a Call of Duty team would say. I remember right before that, as soon as overtime started, Scrub got possession in our corner, and he hit it down, and I was on the backboard, and I barely touched it. I'm like 100% certain that would have been a goal if I didn't touch it. Like it was a little bit of luck too. If you go back and watch, he hits it straight down to K-Dop, and I barely hit it away. And then I remember I'm on defense. Honestly, I was kind of scared because I was last on defense. Turbo was upfield, and Justin got beat as well, and Ferry was dribbling, but luckily like he tried to pass middle and then go for the bump on me, so I dodged the demo, and I just immediately banged it to Justin because I saw Scrub alone in the corner, and then I remember saying, Scrub's to the right, shoot. I remember I said shoot, and then he just instantly hit a clinger, and then it was mayhem from there.
Splash.
Yep.
Dude, it was so hype. It was so sick.
It didn't feel real. Yeah.
And so you stand up. I mean, what is that moment like? It's the ultimate high, I'm sure.
Oh, it was. It was like nothing but happiness. Like I just immediately like stood up and screamed. Like it was just like everything. I was just releasing everything for like the past 3 years, because I mean, it's you win. Like it feels weird. I've said this before, but like it didn't feel like the end of RLCS because I'm so used to going home heartbroken. I was like, was that really the last moment? Like, did we really just get the good, like the happy ending? Like that's never happened for me. So I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about it, to be honest. It was just literally a movie fairy tale ending. That's
a really cool way to describe it. Yeah. That it didn't feel like it was over because you're so used to the other outcome.
Is there another match left? Like it didn't feel like the end. Yeah.
I was in a Skype chat with a bunch of people, and we were all like, no way, this is crazy. Like we were all tearing up. Were there definite like tears being shed on stage and when you guys were hugging each other?
Dude, what's crazy is that this might sound so lame, but for years, like not for years, but like ever since season 5 especially, I would be in the shower one day and I would just think about what it'd be like to win, and I would tear up a little bit. Like I feel myself tearing up, or like just random moments. I remember one day I was driving home or something like that, and I would tear up thinking about it. And I actually didn't cry. I didn't cry on stage because I was just in front of too many people, to be honest, to cry or something like that. But afterwards, I definitely cried. I remember on the shuttle home, it was all dark and stuff like that, and I remember I was like tearing up a lot because it was just like, it's stressful when you go through like you play esports for so long and you never get that moment of success. Even though you are a successful player, you never, like, in your mind you're a failure, like, really. And that's how I felt about myself. Like I felt like a failure because I was so close so many times. And I don't know. It's just I'm very hard on myself, so it was like one of the few moments I've like been proud of myself. And
that's cool.
Yeah, made me tear up a little bit for sure.
Bro, that's not lame. thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Were there any songs that you would play? Like sometimes there's certain songs that I listen to that pump me up or make me think about certain experiences. Is there any music that you would listen to and be like, this is motivating me to win the RLCS 8?
I go through, it's just whatever my favorite song is at the time, to be honest. I go through so many different like favorite songs and stuff like that. I couldn't tell you one, honestly. But yeah, I've definitely had songs like that in the past where I'll listen to them on repeat to hype me up.
The GarrettG shower experience is very emotional. Extreme highs, extreme
big
lows.
highs, low lows, for sure.
A lot of the family members, like your moms and dads, got to run up on stage, give you guys hugs. I thought that's a really unique thing about Rocket League, how all the parents get to be so involved.
Yeah.
What's that like having the family support? Because I know all you guys have moms and dads who are really supportive.
Yeah, unfortunately mine couldn't make it just because it's so expensive to go that far.
Yeah.
And I have a baby brother, but seeing Justin's family like so happy. I FaceTime my family on the stage and they were crying. It's just awesome. Like you never, I was really nervous in the beginning to ask them if I could do this and to pursue this, and it was like a problem for a little while. But to have your family on your side is like the best fans, the best support you could ever get. So it definitely helps.
And I heard this as well, and I don't think you would ever say this because you're a pretty humble guy, but you are like a bit of a family guy and you do have a soft spot. And I just heard a story about when you had your baby brother that you overheard a conversation about how diapers and formulas are expensive. So the next day, you went out without telling anyone and bought your mom and family a bunch of like diapers and formula and everything.
I actually did. I actually didn't remember that until you brought it up. I did do that. I remember that because I remember my baby brother had to have a special. I can't speak English. He had to have a special type of formula that was like super expensive. More so than like normal. So I remember I felt bad. And I went to Walmart one day, like the middle of the night, I think, and got some.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. Post game, after it's all over, hopping on the bus and going through the interviews, what were the feelings like? What was the experience like, I guess, once you leave the stage?
Honestly, the moment on the stage was so short. I was kind of sad about that. It was like such a sweet but short moment. I remember when we were walking on the bus, it was a crazy experience because the fans had found the back of the stadium and they were like yelling my name through the gate. Like they wanted me to come over so bad. Obviously I couldn't because they wouldn't let me, for security reasons. But I remember there was like crazy amount of fans like screaming my name, which is weird. You never get used to that. But I remember I get on the bus and one of the casters, Gibbs, was shirtless. Because like all the casters and all the staff wanted us to win so bad. Because like I know all of them personally by now. Because I've been 8 times and they all wanted me to win by now. So everyone was like super hyped on the bus, which was awesome. And seeing Gibbs shirtless was an experience. There's pictures online everywhere. But it was sick.
Yeah, Justin started his stream up and I was watching it, and the like main questions people were asking me were like, What did you think about Gabe with his shirt off? And he was like, I don't know, it's funny. And then someone was like, were you scared?
It's just something I never thought I'd ever see in my life. So I just thought it was hilarious when it happened.
Did you celebrate in any specific way?
Not really. I know we did go out to a really nice sushi place with like, Sizz, my girlfriend Chelsea, Turbo, Justin and his family. And we got this huge, super expensive sushi bowl that had like 60 something pieces on it just for me, Chelsea and Sizz. So we feasted on some sushi for sure, but that was about it, to be honest.
That's awesome. When you got home, was there any did you go out to dinner, celebrate, or anything like that?
Honestly, not really. I think me and Turbo were just happy to be, back at the apartment because we were in Denmark for so long, and then Spain. It was like we just wanted to chill, to be honest.
Through all of the different teams that you've been with, what do you feel like made this one fit together so well? How did Turbo fit in? How did Justin fit in? Why was this the one that could do it, do you think?
Really, I feel like it was just like the vibe in our mental was just like crazy high. Like I've never been on a team that confident. Turbo's confidence just like spreads so much. Like I remember day 2 we played Vitality. We'd go into game 5, and usually in that moment like we would kind of falter a little bit, like fall behind. We definitely would have a chance to win. But Turbo, I remember he just instantly was playing aggressive and confident and stuff like that. And I remember right after the series, Justin was like, dude, I love playing with Turbo. And I was like, same. Because it's just like the confidence it just spreads. And he's not like a leader. Like he doesn't say anything to like lead, but he's just a natural leader. Like just having him next to you makes you like super confident. I don't even know how to explain it. And then obviously having Sizz, he was cracking a joke in between every game and hyping us up. So it was just, I think it was a combination of all those things that it just made it a good experience, I guess.
Turbo is a rock, man.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, like I said before, there's so much personality up on that stage, and not only do you guys fit together well, like team-wise, it's just so fun to watch you guys. I'm just stoked to do more and more content. I don't know, we just got such a good group of dudes. Be fun to film more videos. Speaking of that, dude, there's huge viewership on this stream. Did you hear about that?
I did. Afterwards, the day of, I was like, holy crap, that's crazy. I was like super hyped about that too. I think it was like 280K peak or something like that. That's crazy.
I mean, the game deserves it because it's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas why it might have been super big this year as opposed to previous years?
Well, I think I definitely think the Game 7 overtime helped.
Yeah.
And us being in the finals, honestly. But I just feel like it's just grown over time. Like I think it was just, I don't think it was anything crazy special. I think it helps that I don't think there was any other like huge events. I think that's always plagued Rocket League. I swear there's like a Dota TI or something like huge as well during the Worlds weekend. And I don't know. I think just all the factors like lined up. And obviously it was an amazing series, so I'm sure that it climbed a lot throughout the finals.
Yeah, it's 280K. What are they like? What have they been like in the past? What's the number?
The second highest was season 3, and it was like 220K or something like that. But usually, like each final, I think like season 6 was 170. It's like it hovers around 200, around there. Like by the end of the tournament.
Wow, that's crazy that it grew like that.
Yeah, it grew like a third. Yeah.
It's also going to the Olympics, which I feel like not a lot. That's not getting as much attention as I think it should be. Do you know much about Olympic Rocket League? Are you going to be repping USA?
So I think what's going to happen is it's going to be a qualifier. So I don't know. We don't know who's going to be representing USA. Obviously, me and Justin are going to play together with someone else. I think it will get a lot more attention closer because we're still. What is it? It's 6 months out, 7 months out from it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we qualify for that. Obviously we're gonna look for a third because we can't play with Turbo. So we'll see who we end up picking up for that.
Dude, imagine winning an Olympic gold medal.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
And having a USA jersey, like being able just to rep the United States would be sick.
Yeah, it would be sick.
All right, well, I want to talk to you just about NRG, I guess. You're a big Hector fan before Hector joined, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I grew up watching, the original like Optic House during like I haven't been there since the very beginning, but like Black Ops 2 Ghost days were like my peak watching Call of Duty and stuff like that. So,
Was that your original game?
yeah, I played Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4 when I was way too young to play Call of Duty. I played it until Jetpacks came out in Advanced Warfare, and I was done. I was out. I couldn't do it.
So when Hector came in, was it a surreal moment for you?
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't know. I would have never expected that. And I was like super hyped for it. It was
Yeah.
super random too. I like didn't expect that ever. So I was like hyped for it.
Oh, he tweeted at you. He tweeted. Did you see that he tweeted at you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't see the one at me until recently, but I did see that he tweeted at all of us. And I remember we're waiting on the side of the stage to go play. It was either before Space Station or before the final. It was one of those. And we're literally like getting focused, and then all of a sudden I get a notification on my phone, and I'm showing Justin and Turbo like, look, and we were all like super hyped about that. And he tweeted directly at Sizz too, and Sizz was like, holy crap, we were just like geeking out about it before we were going to playoffs at Worlds, which I thought was funny.
Because Sizz is a Call of Duty guy as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was Justin also a Call of Duty guy?
I think so. I think he played a little bit, not like a crazy amount, but he definitely knows, who doesn't know who Hex is. So he's the same way about him.
How do you feel like NRG has changed, I guess, just in the past 6 months? Really in the past year? I feel like we made a bunch of big strides. How have you seen it change? You've been here for 1,000 days or like something crazy.
Yeah, I've been here since like almost the beginning. It's just like this year has been crazy for growth. Like I think the Instagram is like near 1 million followers. That's something that I
Let's
never
go.
would have expected. And like even the Twitter's huge. Like everything's huge. I don't know. It's just I honestly didn't really notice it until I like took a step back and looked. But energy is like way bigger than it used to be.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
I feel like it's that thing when you're kind of a part of it and you're just kind of focused on your own thing. I didn't really notice it at first, but it's crazy like how much it's grown, and there's actually a lot more people in the org now. Like when I was there in the beginning, there was like barely that many people in the org, and now it's just like so much bigger. It's crazy.
How many people would you say when you were first there? Was it like 12 other players or 13 other players?
I only remember there being a Smite team. I don't remember. I think the league team was before I was there.
Okay.
And it was like I think the league team was like a very short occurrence.
Yeah.
But the only people I really can remember are like Nairo and the Smite team. I don't remember anyone else. Like there was no
Yeah.
CS team. Obviously there was no Fortnite. Fortnite didn't exist. Yeah, there was like nothing else I could really think of that, it was just us and Smite and Nairo.
I heard the Smite guys were sick too.
Yeah, they were. That's the Smite World Championship. I'm not sure if they ended up winning that one, but that's where I went to when I first got picked up. I went to go meet Andy Miller and some other guys on the org. I think Brett was there too at the Smite World Championship in Atlanta. I drove 3 hours just to meet him for like 30 minutes and then left.
That's cool. What was your first impression of Andy Miller?
I didn't know what to expect, but like the first couple minutes, he was like showing me his Sacramento Kings hat. I was like, that's cool. And I don't know, he's a funny guy. He seemed really laid back, which I liked about him.
Cool. He probably won't watch this far into the interview, so. No, actually, he probably will, dude. He watches everything. He's plugged in, bro. Cool, man. Well, last question I have for you is, are you guys going back to back?
I hope so. I'm gonna try. I remember I was telling people, close to me after, like, I've never been this motivated. Like, winning made me even more motivated than before. So, I mean, I'm going to try my best, hopefully. We're going to go for it.
Cool, man. Do you want to plug your socials really quick so people know where to find you?
Sure. Yeah, I'm GarrettG on Twitch, Twitter. Soon to be GarrettG on Instagram. Again,
Nice.
getting that changed. But yeah, that's about it.
What's the G stand for? Is that the first letter of your last name?
Yeah, it's just the first letter of last name. I like to make up random stuff that it stands for something cool, but it's just.
You should have kept it going, like the G-Force.
Yeah, nah. My name was Garrett in the beginning, and then I thought that was too like casual, so I added the letter.
There you go. Cool, man. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and comment down below who we should do on the next Sunday sit down, and also hit the subscribe button. I think I hit all the numbers there. It always helps when you watch all the way through. So if you're here, thank you. And we will maybe see you next week. We're going to try to get one done, but it's going to be tough with the holidays. So later.